Are we live? I think we're live. It's hard to tell. I think that we're
I
live.
don't know if we're live.
Yeah, we are. Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to another night of Rock the Pink Life. Yeah, we are.
We are live.
Okay, and we're excited to be here tonight.
So excited. We're always excited.
We're always excited about being here for Rock the Pink Live. And it's a stormy night again here in Nashville. So hopefully we don't get our power knocked out or anything.
Yeah, we are hearing the rolling thunder
So
already.
So yesterday we actually had 2 trees come down in our backyard right next to our house. So very grateful that they didn't smack into our house.
I gotta tell you guys the story though. Because 2 nights ago, this is so crazy. This is personal story time with Tim Michelle. 2 nights ago, I had a dream, and in my dream, trees were being knocked down against our house, and like it was all this damage to our house, and trees were coming down. That was like 2 nights ago, and we had company, and I told them, I got up, and I'm just like, I had the weirdest, most vivid dream, and so I told them, and they're like, oh my gosh, that's all it was. So last night we were cooking dinner and Tim grilled outside. We're sitting outside. We knew it was supposed to storm, but no one knew to what extent or anything like that. We came inside. I look outside. I'm like, it is about to rage out there. And I turned to Ethan and he's like, a tree it came down. And all I'm thinking about is my dream. And I start panicking. I'm just like, my dream, this happened in my dream. My dream's coming true. And Tim was like, calm down. I was like, take cover, and I'm screaming and stuff.
Well, actually, when you first said take cover, I was like, yeah, we better take cover. But then you wouldn't stop saying that. This was in my dream.
I was just like, this is in my dream. This happened in my dream. This happened in my dream. He's like, calm down. It's gonna be fine. I can tend to be a little bit obsessive.
Yeah.
Slightly.
Yeah, a little bit. But we are very excited tonight. Well, first of all, I just want to say that we're very grateful because it wasn't
Super
worse than what it
grateful.
could have been. God's protection is over us, and we're so grateful for that.
Yeah.
But tonight we're excited for a couple of reasons. We've got brand new Emerald Ambassador, Katie Ciccarelli,
she's
on
fresh,
with us.
Fresh, brand new baby emerald.
And she's going to tell us her story. I think she's pretty excited.
Yes.
I think she's pretty excited.
We're going to get to that in a minute.
And we're going to get to that in a minute. But we also have a first for ourselves tonight.
So there's been a little hype on social media, a little hype all over the place because everybody is so excited about the new limited edition flavor of Active. Okay, so so we're launching this a little bit different than we've launched other products. The Diamonds got a glass bottle and a whole package of the new flavor. All the jewels will be getting this week. We get to try it out all week before this launches on Monday, May 11th. And you guys, based on the hype, this will sell out very quickly. So you will want to be already getting on the computer, all ready to order. But here's the thing. So Tim and I have not tried this yet. I just got this today. Everybody else is getting it Friday. And I was just like, what the heck? Where's my star? Wait a second.
Star fruit guava flavor.
Where's my star fruit guava? Active. I need this in my life. And so right before the call, I realized that did you do this? Put it in the garage?
I just found it today.
Oh, I thought when my kids found it and it was just in the garage. And I'm like, how long has this been sitting there? And it was in the garage. And so we just mixed it up and we have not tasted it yet. And
so I'm an emerald, but I get to try it before the other emeralds.
Oh, goodness. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys my honest opinion, and I'm kind of nervous about this. Here's what the reviews have been like. Okay, I'm kind of nervous about this because I can't save face very well. So if I don't like it, you will know. But if I do like it, you will know. So
it smells good.
Do you want to do it first? Okay, I'll do. Oh, yeah. Okay, this has such a familiar taste to it. Wait a second, I gotta do another one.
Now give it to me.
Yeah,
Let me
that's
try
good.
this.
That's good.
All
Everybody
right, let me
keeps,
try this. Hold on.
it's really good. Doesn't it have like a
Mm.
really familiar?
Yeah. I don't
can't-
know. I can't pinpoint it, but yeah,
It's so good. So good. It
it's
tastes like,
delicious.
people are
It really
describing
is.
it like Hawaii in a bottle. So it's like so tropical. I can imagine when we get the tree out of our pool, that we will be sitting poolside drinking
That is a
this.
tasty way
all
to get
summer.
some extra energy right there.
So I will probably just recommend that if you are a fan of Active, you'll want to order a lot of bags because this is good.
Okay, well, there's your review of Active
Oh my
from Tim and Michelle Thomas. It's very good. You're
So
going to want to
good.
get your hands on it. Sales start on Monday for that.
Starburst. Wait a second. Isn't that what you said, Katie? Starburst? It does taste like Starburst.
Wait,
That's-
okay, so Katie is saying that she got to try it already. Wait, let's bring Katie on.
No,
All right,
wait,
everybody.
Katie was saying that people were saying
Okay.
that.
Oh, okay. Let's bring Katie on.
Oh, and this bottle is so cute. Okay, so let's just hear from Katie because that's what we really all want to hear about.
Yes. So Katie, welcome to Rock the Pink Live. How are you?
I'm well. Thank you guys so much for having me on. And it was so fun watching you taste it. I have not. I'm too new of an emerald to have gotten mine in the mail or anything. So,
Well, I saw a post on your Facebook where you were like checking your mail.
yes. Well, I thought I was going to get it, but then my upline, she's so sweet. She goes, I'm so sorry. I think you're so new. You haven't registered in the back office. So I'll send you one of my samples. I'm like, no, I'll just wait. It's okay. Your husband will want to try it. My husband is so excited. He's from California. He's very Hispanic. And so he loves anything fruit. So he's very excited about this. So
Yeah.
we're
Yeah. Well, you were just excited, right? That's why you were. Right? Well, that's good. It has that Starburst. It has like a Starburst type flavor.
And this has seriously been, if you are watching this and you have not if you've not tried Active is just like, once you start, like it's pretty, people are obsessed.
Yeah.
And like our kids, we have 3 teenagers, so it's hard to keep
It's hard to keep it
Active
in the house for
around
sure.
here because they love it too. So anyways, okay. So let's hear about your journey because I know people have really big goals right now. They have a lot of excitement. We came off like a huge month. And so tell us a little bit about your journey, how you got started, and then we'll kind of transition, maybe some business tips, thoughts, all the things.
okay. So 3 years ago, I started my journey. I have 3 children in 3 years, 3 C-sections and 2 high-risk pregnancies of the 3. I just kind of had, a lot of health things going on during those pregnancies. So my journey started 5 months after our youngest was born. I thought I was really healthy. I had never really been overweight, never really been too sick in my life. But I woke up on a Christmas day. It was on a Sunday. We were getting ready to go to church and my left ankle was swollen. It was really weird. We went around for the day. I just kind of was there nagging, but we just kept going because, festivities and all that. Well, I was in the hospital by the next day with red lumps up and down my legs and my arms. And so they did all this blood work trying to figure out what was wrong with me, came back with nothing. So they sent me home with antibiotic and a steroid to try to help with the pain and whatever the bumps were from. So that went on for weeks and weeks. I was in and out of hospitals, in and out of clinics, being diagnosed with cellulitis, with anything from plantar fasciitis to crazy infections. Didn't really know what was going on. And so I just was on one round after another of steroids. And every time one taper would run out, they would start me up again because then everything came flooding back. Only both legs were huge to the point I couldn't even walk. My husband had to carry me from our bedroom to the living room. My mom drove 12 hours down to stay with us through all of this process. We were full-time in ministry, traveling throughout the country. My husband speaks out and we had to come off the road for months. And so I was 28 and just in and out of everything. Our kids were 1, 2, and 5 months old, so very young. And it was just a nightmare. And so finally, at the end of everything, we finally got diagnosed with an autoimmune condition. And the specialist said it was something chronic. It was going to be there lifelong. And he handed me a prescription medicine. And I literally shuffled out of the office. I had worn my slippers. I couldn't even fit my feet into my shoes. And I got in the car and I just cried because that was what he gave me for to fix it. And he's like, it's not going to fix it. It's not going to go away, but it'll help you function. But you can't nurse your baby. She was, under a year still. So he's like, you're going to have to supplement her. It's not nursing friendly, but this will just help you cope. And I just remember telling my husband, like, that's not enough for me. Like we have to keep trying something else. So we have been putting it out on Facebook. I had seen my upline, then just my friend Joanna's post. And I saw how she was talking about immune things and how it like stems from gut health. And I knew I had, with even just my C-sections, I had so many antibiotics. I had steroid injections with my son and just a lot of things internally, like I was a cocktail and it was coming out. So my husband finally decided, we had a church actually donate for us to be able to try some natural things. And so we tried intravenous therapies, didn't help at all. We tried some other supplements, they didn't help at all. So finally it was kind of like, look, we either do the medicine, you can't function, or you try this Plexus stuff, you get that 60-day money back guarantee. And he was super scared and skeptical. And like I was too, but at this point, nothing else had helped. So we might as well try it. So I ordered the triplex, I ordered 3 bottles of Ease, and I ordered the Ease cream. So the Ease cream I used for my legs and on the outside, and then the capsules, I did a loading dose of Ease and the triplex. And so my first post was 6 weeks after trying it. And it was a night and day difference to my feet, the way they looked. You thought it was a different person. And so I put that out there on Facebook, and that's what started my journey of like sharing. I didn't mean to share. I just shared what was going on just to update people. They didn't know I was trying their products. I was too shy and like scared to tell anybody in case they didn't work. But my upline was like, you have to share that. People need this and need to know that you're being helped and how your body's reacting. So that is how I started. That's why I joined. I joined to get healthy, to fix my body and all the problems I had. And I will say 3 years on the products, I've never had one relapse. I've never had one sign of it coming back. But I've also never missed a day of my products. So I love my triplex and everything else that I take. My husband loves the products. My kids love the products. And so we're just products of the products. So that started my journey.
That's amazing. I love our product stories.
Love it.
So you take the triplex. So everybody who's maybe not familiar, that's Plexus Slim, ProBio 5, and BioCleanse. And, we've had so many of these kinds of stories, but again, I'm telling you guys, ProBio 5 is off the charts amazing. Yeah. It is the best probiotic on the market. You're not going to find anything more expensive that's better and more effective than ProBio 5. And I believe still to this day, after 7 years, has everything. We've been in Plexus for 7 years. I believe it has everything to do with the fact that it's not just probiotics, it's the antifungal that is contained in ProBio 5.
Yeah. And
it's done the right way. And the results that people see, obviously with combination of BioCleanse and Plexus Slim, they're absolutely amazing. So,
and I love, okay, so you just hit a huge milestone in your business, which we're going to transition to. As an Emerald Ambassador, you are a 6-figure income earner in network marketing annual, and you also get a trip to Hawaii every year. You get a car allowance. You can choose a Lexus or another option. And so it's a huge deal, but I love starting where you started, because truly we are a product-driven company. We wouldn't have business without our products. And so we can hype up the financial opportunity, the business opportunity, all we want, but without that core of belief, like I don't have to try. My belief is so big, just like what you shared. People are silently suffering, and we have something that helps people. So that's super exciting. So why don't you kind of tell us a little bit about—
incredible story.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm so excited for you and your family. What a blessing. So why don't you just transition and kind of tell us about maybe a little bit of your business journey and kind of what led you to the top.
Okay, so 3 years ago, last month was my first post. So that was a pretty cool feeling to be like, 3 years ago, I would have never thought I was where I was just last week. I'm just so thankful to the Lord. He provided that. So I started the Plexus, sharing it in April of 2018. And within a month, I had hit our first rank of silver and was bringing in about $400 a month. And our card died out of the blue. We're a ministry family. We live from church to church. My husband paints on the side when we're home, but we're on the road a lot of times. So at that point, we had no vehicle. We were getting ready to leave for 3 months and we had nothing to drive. So we had to go buy a car unexpectedly. And because of the money I was making with my first it was June. So April, May, June, by that point, Plexus was able to come in and not only pay for all of our products by that point, but it's covered our car payment and completely always paid for it. And then fast forward. And so throughout that time, I was just kind of one of those slow sharers. I would be busy. I had my kids, we had our ministry. So I would post every so often. So I didn't have a fast journey. I sat at silver until the next January of 2019. Yes, 2019. January, I was gold. And so, and it was from then on, maybe I'm messing up years, I forget. But anyways, January, I finally decided, you know what, we need this income. It would be a huge blessing for our family if I could just hit gold. Like that would be huge to have an extra $1,000 a month. Our family needs that. And so I just remember hitting gold and I'm like, I'm not stopping now. This is changing too many lives. I've helped so many friends feel better. Like it was absolutely fueling me to help other people. So then I just started ranking from there. And then last year, at this time, I ranked Senior Ruby. And then throughout the summer, it was just one of those things that was a little bit more slow. We took a lot of family times. We were traveling a lot for ministry as well. And then March happened. And in March, I was just my goal in March. After March, I should say, March was one of the slowest months I've had in the year in my business. I was like, it was COVID was here. Everybody was scared and they weren't wanting to even spend anything on anything because they didn't know it was going to happen. And so it was literally the smallest month that I've had an entire year. I signed one person, my whole team signed eight people. Wow. That was it. And so coming into April, my goals were not very big. My dreams were kind of like, I don't even know what's going on. I had a dream board. I always make a dream board every month and I write it out. And my dream was to re-rank Senior Ruby, sign 6 people so I could earn the bonus, and have a team-wide crazy goal of adding 70 people because I was just trying to dream big. So about halfway through the month, I think we'd hit like around 70. And I was like, well, I need to redo my dream board and maybe we need to like step up this dreaming a little bit more. And it was like after my devotions one day, it was kind of like God just told me, COVID is not a curse. It's a blessing. Like people are needing this product because they're unwell or they don't want to become unwell. They need this for their immune system and they need this financial help throughout this time while they're stuck home. They can't leave their homes. They're stuck home and they need something to do or they need financial help. And you have that. Like you're not doing right by not making sure these people know about it. And I just got on our team and did a live and just was like, look, we need to look at this as a blessing that we have to give to everybody else. And it was like, my whole mindset just kind of changed there. I wrote my coach and I said, hey, we've added 70 people. I'm already re-ranked to Senior Ruby. I think I'm going to push for Emerald. Am I crazy? And he's like, well, you're not crazy. He goes, you've already had an amazing month. He goes, you don't want to ever ask yourself, what if you didn't push for it? And so we started to do a few things that we had never done before. One was we started a thread for new friends that were just new to their journey. And I would post every day in there, posting ideas for them just to have that to grab and be able to share because they just didn't know all the products. And so I took that work from them. So I shared posting ideas and I shared stories for them to be able to share. So they were sharing the right wording and everything like that. So just to take that load off. And that was really, really huge because then so many more people were being reached by those friends that were now sharing in their networks. And then we also started doing some events for every time somebody joined, we asked them, hey, do you want to have a girls' night? Do you want to do a fun night of giveaways and lives? And people said yes. And so instantly they invited their friends, they earned the bonus, and then they kept adding people. They earned the second bonus. I had a girl add 13 people in like 4 days, like just crazy things. She said, I'm bored. I'm at home. I want to try the products. What do I do? Like God sent her to me. And we have story after story of people. So we started doing a countdown. I told my kids, I'm like, I'm so scared, but I want you guys to pray with me. I know God hears the faith of a child. And I'm like, I think I need all the parents and children praying for. So we did this little video where every day we would count down numbers of orders that we needed for the month. And my goal was to finish the day before the end of the month because I didn't want to be up late on Thursday trying to finish. And the Lord worked it out and we ended up ranking the 29th and we ended up signing over 230 people, I think. And so to compare last month, I signed 21 in April. And then in our team wide, we went from 8 to 239. And so, I mean, that's not me, it's God. And God totally gave the increase. And I was saying on another call today, like we asked God to stretch our day to just, me and my level ones, we prayed every day, Lord, help us to be productive and stretch our hours. We need more time to get everything done. Because we were like in the middle of the month when we decided to actually go big. And then we asked him that he would multiply our sleep because we were going to bed pretty late to make all the things happen in all of like our California teams, 3 hours, out west or whatever. It's just the time zones, you were up later. And I truly believe he did that for us. He gave us the ideas of several things that we thought of, like the events and like the posting chat and everything like that, that helped people grow their network. And as they ranked, like the whole team was ranking. So not only did we have, like, of course, my goal, but I focused on everybody else's. And I think that was the true difference. Everybody hit their goals, and then we all were a number one team. So it's kind of how the month of April went. So
I love everything.
We knew nothing about how your story went until just now. Everybody watching, we're learning about this at the same time. And
I ended at 536 points last month, and I ended this month at almost 1,800.
that is insane.
I think that there's so many things to speak to. Like, I mean, it's almost like I'm almost speechless, but I want to pull out a couple things. I think people like belief, like you said, I mean, being willing to actually go there and not being afraid of actually like asking God for the things that you ask him for, and to include your children. I mean, like I think about when we were moving up in the company, and we did the same thing. And the day I went diamond and Tim went emerald, I mean, they were on the computer with us. Like it was like a whole family affair. And I mean, I think that this video is going to give a lot of people some big hope right now, and just belief that it's possible. Like you're never too far gone. I mean, your success is like 90% energy, enthusiasm, belief, and hope. And that's what you just woke up. Basically, you woke up mid-month and just ran.
So my upline does a book study with us. Every few months we read through a book, and our book started in January, and it was called Chase the Lion. And it was about how the man in the Bible he was one of David's mighty men, and he went after this lion it was a snowy day. He jumped into a pit and killed a lion, and everyone expected the lion to come out, and it was he who came out. And it talked about how if your dreams aren't big, if they don't scare you, they're not big enough. And it talked about how you need to find your 500-pound lion and chase it. So we finished that book the beginning of April. And I think it just registered with our team. Like, look, we've been reading about this. We know how to do it. God's on our side. We've been planting, sowing. And it was just one of those things we were, like you said, we were kind of asleep. We didn't have the big dreams. Like my level 1 was pushing to rank Ruby. She surpassed senior Ruby. She double ranked, and like she had 18 silvers on her team. We're to have our fingers crossed for silver stars. We'll see. But anyway, so like we just had people like several double ranked, and we had almost 30 silvers, like crazy amounts of people who just decided to go for it. And I think it was just, I mean, obviously the Lord just guiding and blessing like crazy. A lot of hard work. I would never lie and say it wasn't. It was a lot of hard work, but worth it. It was absolutely worth it, and is worth it. And we've just come into this month, and we plan to do the same thing all over again. So that's where we are.
My gosh. And I thank you so much for jumping on this call tonight, because obviously you're not on our team, and you know,
very, very late notice,
very last minute, and you were willing to come on here. And I know that there is a lot of people super inspired by this. I know I am. I'm just like, what? I am not dreaming big enough. My goals aren't big enough. I'm not believing I mean, like you've totally convicted me. And this has been amazing. Thank you.
Well, and I love the fact too, that it's not just about you. You mentioned you had someone double ranked to senior Ruby. And you said 18 silvers under one person. That's the same person?
Yes, her leg had at least 18 silvers. There's still some like pending that signed late that we weren't sure if it got switched over. But yeah,
all those silvers, and all of them earning the extra bonus money.
Yes.
Exciting for everybody. I mean, it's a huge blessing.
I mean, this is just unfreaking believable.
Yeah,
but it's true. You're really here, and you're not lying.
I know.
So,
So-
so what are your plans? What are your plans now? What are you thinking? What's next?
So I wrote my coach. Well, he wrote me and he said, "So are we moving on this train to Diamond?" And I was like, I'm really happy just hitting Emerald. And he's like, "Well, we're not going to stop this momentum, right?" And I was like, "I guess it's up to me if I'm going to stop this momentum here, or do I mean, I feel like a kid in the candy store being an Emerald, like finally a 3-year dream. Like, I mean, my dream is long-term Diamonds, but Emerald is such a huge, like, impossible thing to me. And so to be here, I'm still so excited, and I've hardly even registered that I am Emerald. And so to think of even pushing, my husband's like, "So what happens if you add 300 people on your team this month to your Sapphire?" And I was like, "I'm only going to enjoy Emerald for like a month if that happens." He goes, "Is that a bad thing?" I was like, "No, not a bad thing." So I don't know what God has, but I want to be faithful because I wasn't as faithful going into the month last month. And I think that we could have gone even further had my mind been where it should have been. I watched a training call. I believe it was like an Emerald training call by Brooke and Emily and Christy Jex. And they talked about how when you get on the high dive and jump off, you don't want to be up there by yourself. You want your team to climb the ladder and you want to all jump together. So when I decided, look, we can do this. Our teams, we're all within reach of our goals and our ranks. So I shared that video clip and everyone was really excited about it. Everyone was on board. Everyone has needs and goals. And we just made sure we wrote out, I personally Zoomed with every single level 1. I went through their entire downline with them and said, "Hey, let's talk to this person, this person, this person." I just helped them write it all out. It took a lot of time, but then they did the actual legwork. I just kind of told them what to do. And then each team was kind of working on their own, and we all ranked together. We had 5 new golds, 5 new super silvers, all the other silvers, and then the ruby and senior ruby was my friend. Yeah.
Wow.
So blown away. And
Amazing story.
yeah, thank you so much
You're
for sharing.
welcome.
There are going to be a lot of people inspired, and you're probably going to get a lot of messages.
Yeah, and
So,
so
be ready for that.
try not to overwhelm her. Just follow her journey. I always like get scared by that. But I will tell you that this is a good one. Tag your teams, get people watching this because there's going to be some big, I mean, people are commenting like definitely inspired. I think that you've hit the nail on the head. So anyways, thank you so much. You can go rest tonight. I don't know, maybe you have work to do.
You probably have more calls.
More calls. But thank you so much for taking your time, and everybody watching. Guys, let's have a huge month of May. This is the month to blow it out of the water. This is the month for huge belief. So we're so excited, and everybody just go out there and rock. Good night.
Good night.